Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, we're going to be doing a bit of a gamble / educational session. Best ways to craft boots to get hopefully a mirror tier boots, or realistically speaking, given our luck on the channel, just something to replace mine. Can we get it in 100 boots as well? I'm looking for 35 movement speed and some resistance, especially fire and chaos. If I can get a bit of cold, a bit of lightning, that'll be great as well. 100 of them. What is the best practices? Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the step-by-step process, and you can see also like the returns on investment towards the end of the video as we go through, and I'll share some tips along the way. But what is this all about? Basically, when you are doing your crafting, and over here I have many different boots because it was very difficult to gather. These boots are so hard to get normal ones. What I'm doing is actually using normal varieties because it's a lot easier to control the second line that appears. Now, the one key thing that I need you to take note of is level 82, item level 82. You can hold out on your keyboard to find the item level, or you can go into your stash, whatever, and search eye level .82. It will highlight everything that's 82. Those that aren't highlighted here are my 83 ones, but these are the ones that actually give you the movement speed 35%, which is like the fastest boots that can be basically on boots. So what I'm trying to do is I'll just take Essence of Haste over here, slap it in. You can see this is a max roll, and unfortunately it's a level 78. So this is the max roll for this particular boot, which is still okay. But I really am trying to snipe a 35% movement speed on the boots, the level 82 boots. Anything that is not max roll, unless it's like 30%. So I'll accept 30%, 35% because they might still have some value, especially if it rolls really well. The rest of them, I'll just like discard them straight away. So this is an example of boots that I'll keep already. And generally speaking, the higher, you want to go for higher level boots is because they make you a lot better money. You can get the higher rolls of resistances where you can start to see your T8 resistances, which is 41 to 45, which is a lot higher as well. So that's what we are aiming to do. So this boot here, dead. I'll just like dump it in this dump pile here where I put my other graveyard of my hopes and dreams. But now let's do it, and maybe I should just like move this Mirror of Kalandra aside just in case I actually copy a bad boot. That'll be bad to do it live as well, right? But now you've seen the basic strategy. We are going to be using a multiple of things. You can see some greater essences over here as well. But let me bring up the spreadsheet to show you a P&L or cost that I expect. And this is of course not the first video that we've done of this kind. It's meant for educational content, but also a bit of gamble, a bit of craziness inside as well. We've done this for wands. We've done this for bows. Two very popular classes. We also done it for waystones. This kind of strategy of like bulk crafting. And you can check it out on the channel if you're interested in more of these. But specifically, what is the rating P&L for the boots crafting? What are we expecting to get? So for costs, 82 plus boots, doesn't matter what variety. I bought them mostly around 5 EX each. It was very difficult to get, especially since you only can take level 82, which means you have to have a tier 16, double corrupted, or drops from a boss or something like that at a slightly lower tier. It's still very difficult to get 110 of these, especially white varieties. Not many people are collecting this. I have no idea why, but hopefully this video inspires people to collect boots as well, because it is actually quite lucrative if you look at the cost versus the rewards ratio. What are we buying? We're buying Essence of Haste. This is cheap. A greater Essence of Haste is like so expensive. Essence of Haste, at least we start off with the 35% movement speed. We can decide whether we want to invest in a boot or not. It's a lot cheaper that way. Unless of course you get two rolls of like max roll T8 stuff already on a magic boot. Then you can consider using a greater Essence of Haste. But greater Essence of Haste, quite expensive to be really honest. I don't really like it too much. But here's the P&L. 110 of most of these, we have about collectively 36 Essence of Fire and some Essence of Ice, Essence of Fire and Ice. These are the cheaper ones. Essence of Electricity, greater Essence of Electricity is a lot more expensive, and really it's all about RNG. If I can guarantee like Fire or Cold Rest, if I'm unlucky I don't get the final roll, then so be it. But we are using the cheapest of the options to get as many rest lines as we can, and I also kind of need like Fire rest. So that's why Fire is like my priority. It's also cheapest. We have Regal Orbs to transform those that don't really look too promising on the magic lines to hit a bit more RNG. And of course, we'll be using Exalted Orbs to craft. The total cost of all of these are 8 divines, approximately 8 divines. Now, if you were to look at the market, of course, market always changes, right? These numbers might change. Price of exiles to divines goes up and down and stuff like that. But what can, realistically speaking, if we get the best possible payoff, we are looking at a mirror tier item over here. This is a level 82 boot, which we have 100 plus of. We also have a lot of these feathered sandals as well. This is 35 movement speed, giving us fire, cold, lightning, tier 8. All three are the highest tier ever, as well as it having a very, very high amounts of energy shield and mana, which is perfect for the respective class. Very, very solid boot. This is one of the best that you probably can get already. And if we get this, it's a dream come true. Immediately, we'll make our money back for sure. But realistically speaking, we aren't always going to hit a jackpot winner. Massive, massive luck. What else can we expect? The more realistic expectation. So for 8 divines, about 8.5 divines, thereabouts, we are looking, and this is the filter that I use. So I basically search for 35 movement speed, anything with life, because my boot has life. I just want a simple upgrade for my current boot. I just need some fire, chaos, the higher the better. And I just did like a weighted sum. So weighted sum allows me to select cold or lightning. So if you guys are like searching and you're wondering, how do you exactly like find the last sign if you don't care whether it's cold or lightning? This is how you do it. You slap in a weighted sum, you click the additional button here, you put in a 1. So you want either lightning or cold, but you don't care which one. And this one will help you filter out a 3-line rest with these. You must have these 4. So these 4 are your non-compromisables. And this one you don't care. Either one is fine as well. You could also put this at 40 if you just wanted a max roll of either of them. So what does that look like? We have something like a 4 divine one. This is unfortunately INT, which I probably won't use. But as you can see, if we can hit a 3-liner, of pretty decent max roll fire, a good roll in chaos as well, we are pretty much looking at break even. So as long as I can upgrade my boot, and the life here is not even super high, it's like 67, 61, 12. The higher life ones are much more expensive. But as long as I can get a simple upgrade of my boots, I'm already looking at break even. So hopefully by the end of this video, we can get that. And unfortunately, the problem with this boot strategy is really, let's like slap some reality in us, right? If we don't get a 3-liner, the price drops drastically. And if we get a low roll in like, for example, like this one over here, right? A very, very nice fire rest roll, almost maximum, second highest tier, decent amount of life, we got max movement speed, we got some evasion, but if you slap on a low roll in chaos, like some random stun threshold, it's like 20 exalted. This guy has been like sitting on it for 2 hours as well. This guy's been sitting on it for an entire day, 9% chaos rest, and chill duration. So it's like, it's hit or miss. The junk boots can get junked very, very quickly, but ultimately, the payoff, I think, is much more favorable compared to a lot of other things, and we are going to experiment it. Now, enough yapping. Now we know all the mats and stuff like that. Let's get in quickly with the test. So I'm just going to mainly focus on the level 82, 83 ones. The lower tier ones, not really too fascinated about it. Don't really want to try that out too much. But let's start off with the strength INT boots, which are probably the less desirable version, because most people that are buying the boots right now and the meta classes are like Dex INT. Strength, I noticed, doesn't sell as well. But let's go ahead and grab on some essence of haste over here, and we will get into the test. So 1, 2. So very simple. I'm just gonna like splat in all of these. Those that don't hit 35%, if you're 30%, I keep you. If you're not 30%, F off. Okay, I'm just joking. You don't want to hurt their feelings before anything happens. So let's use the dumb tab. Anything that is like less than 30%, we get them out of the way. You can also see like the hit rate. As we are doing all of this, I want you to notice like the hit rate of number of them that actually are usable. So out of this whole row, like half became usable, which is not bad, I think. And we'll just use the orb of augmentation on all of them, and we'll see which is the best. So freeze duration, immediately this one becomes like second tier already, right? So I'll just like leave this one here, because it's not the worst, but it's also not going to be the best. We want to always start well. This one is like strength. And just a quick side note, a quick side tip. You can't get triple attributes. You can only get the attribute of the requirement. So for example, this is a strength INT, allows you to get strength and INT. I don't think you can get dex. So that is one huge tip that I have for you guys as well. Lightning rest. Oh, this is a high roll lightning rest. We have a T6 lightning rest. So this one has a bit of hope to be a bit more expensive. But as you can see, getting that tier 8, oh, this is nice. Unfortunately, it's a 30%. Getting that tier 8 roll is very, very difficult. for the suffix line. But this one is not too bad. Unfortunately, it's not a tier 6 movement speed. If not, I would have used a greater essence of ice on it. So for this case, I'll just use like a Regal. And well, it gave useful stats. It gave the thing that it wants T6, which is not too bad. Let's check the others one first. Yeah, don't really like stun, excuse me. Burp. This stun threshold, don't really like it too much. Lightning rest, yeah, let's just check all of them. No harm just checking because they aren't like max rolls or anything. 11 strength fire rest. This is not too bad already. It looks quite promising. Life regen. Okay, I don't think this is super, but it doesn't cost that much to check. The price of boots is so much. Strength fire and cold. This is actually quite interesting. Someone might actually want it. It might at least be worth like a couple. Unfortunately, it's a pretty low roll in strength, but I think the max is like 33. Mana, maybe someone can use it. Yeah, but yeah, with the stun threshold split between armor and energy shield, would much rather like percentage or just a flat. This one looks not bad already. This one is decent. I would say this perhaps a keeper. Let me just move this to the dumb tab so I don't get like mixed up on these junk. So let me move this here. Okay, this one I can keep. This is not too bad. Fire rest. We can continue to check this. This one looks quite promising. Unfortunately, it's like 30. The stun threshold is in the suffix, so it's not dead yet. I hope it doesn't roll like triple liner, max rest or something. That would be so sad on a 30% boot. Okay, now we went to the stun threshold, so it is truly dead. My guy is dead. Okay, so this one is dead here. This one, I don't really want to roll. It's a 30% also. So I don't mind. Do I want to check this? Would you guys check this? I personally wouldn't. We have so many boots to get one. It's like a mid-roll lightning with like life regeneration. I won't even use this boot. So it's just going to sit in my inventory. I don't think I will even check like any of these. Maybe I'll check this because it's like 34%. Stun threshold, not the best. T1 armor. Yeah, okay, they are dead to me. So let's send them to the graveyard of these boots. Okay, let's go. Next set. And we're just going to like keep repeating this and we can see nicely. And it's also like a nice sample size for us to see exactly how much hit rate we get. Whether it's actually worth it crafting it yourself as well or buying it off the market. And let's see. We have... Okay, let's go to the dump tab. Don't want this, don't want this, don't want this. Anything that's not 30%. So, okay, not too bad. Like in a second line, we also see that it's around half, right? So we have done two sets so far, and the probability to hit 30 and above %, it is actually half. So it's quite lucrative. And out of the half of them, like 25% of everything came 35%, which is a very, very high hit rate already. Okay, let's look at the 35%ers. Fire rest 28. This is a T6, 5, T6, T5 one. This one, well, this is a low roll. Life regen, unfortunately, not that great. Okay, this set, none of them are too... doesn't spark too much joy in me. Maybe these two, like the fire rest one, maybe this one here. The fire rest is T5. Some of you might consider actually already using a greater essence of ice on this one because it already has fire rest. The thing is, do you want to spend... The cost price is like 7, right? 7 exalted. Is this a 7 exalted boots already? I don't think so because it's not max roll. So I might not want to do it. But for the sake of this video, I will just do it. But in reality, I think I will just have like regalled it. So to show you like the strategy of how it works. So because we have a fire, we don't use a greater essence of fire. We poke in an ice. And unfortunately, of course, it has to give us something absolutely dumb. It doesn't guarantee it. Like it doesn't guarantee you to get the fire resistant, cold resistance. If not, all the prices will be much lower. So as you can see, we got chill, which is yikes. Stun threshold, again, these two are absolutely junk. And of course, you can reforge them, you can crunch them down to keep trying. But I find that boots is one of the hardest because you need that movement speed. If you don't have movement speed, no one buys it. It's basically junk. So boots are very, very much harder. Reforging them is a lot trickier, which is why I'm not sure why the prices of boots, raw boots, are so cheap. In my opinion, they should be a bit more expensive. But because this is like one of the best ways to get it. Oops. Dumped in a 35. But let's see. Wait, what just happened here? Did I not slap this? Or was this already? I have no idea what happened. Maybe I have to watch the the recording. How did this get cold rest? I have no idea. But okay, let's see. 10 movement speed, 25 movement speed. Okay, so this one's a kind of worse off one. This one's probably like dead. Oh wow, it saved itself with a movement speed with a cold rest. Okay, that's interesting. It's a level 82 also. So we have stun threshold on the subs. Yeah, these aren't too fantastic, but I'll still like check them. Yeah, I don't really like them already. This one's like, oh. Okay, so only this guy maybe has hope. The one that looked least promising is still very, very unpromising. Okay, let's continue. So far, entire, like what, three full bags, and we still haven't gotten one that is like, okay, maybe one, like this guy here. Probably the only one close to like a 3-liner suffix useful and a 3-liner prefix useful, but it's also not super like S tier or anything. Let's keep going. What do we have? Let's open the dump tab. 20%. Get out. Okay, so yeah, we got 4. Out of the 4 of them, 3 of them are 35, which is in line with what I was hoping for. So if I can get 3 in a full bag, I think it's like, I'm happy with that, man. Okay, let's see. Cold rest, attributes, cold rest. This is a high fire. Sadly, it's at 30%. Why does it always have to be like that? This is a cold rest T5. Normally I wouldn't, but why not, right? Let's use a greater essence of fire. This one's already fire, so essence of fire is much cheaper right now. So okay, we got a fire. So this is a double rest. It has a bit of hope. Lightning rest, triple rest. Unfortunately, very, very low rolls into the 2 that we opened. But armor and stun threshold is not also the best because it's on an armor set, which is not the meta right now. But still not too bad. Still, I think decent. Let's open one more. Fire with attribute rest. I was hoping for a T8, then I might continue checking it, but I don't think I will care too much about it right now. Yeah, this one is also like kind of dead. This one, okay, my thought process is, even though it's a max roll fire rest, its movement speed is not max and it's on a strength boot. So economically, it might not be able to resell very, very well. Even if it is, people might try a low ball you because it's like a 30%. People want like the max roll to hit the higher tiers, but it's still not too bad. So I would reduce my cost. I'll go for a Regal and I'll use Exalted because one of these is like 4 Exalted, which means I can fully check this with the price of 1 greater fire, greater coal. And it's already like dead to me. Like it load roll into like the next 3 lines. So thankfully we didn't spend a bit of excess cash. This looks not bad. Not the best, but it's at least worthy of being placed in the trophy cabinet of white boots. It's funny how white boots are more important than rare boots. That's so unintuitive. But okay, it is what it is. Let's keep going. Need 12 for back. If only these stacks could like take up 12, then I don't have to keep opening the shop. Take the second dump. Hopefully we can get 3. We are just looking for 3, then it's like in line. Now the strength boots are out of the way. So this is where the money making session actually starts. Because the INT Dex boots are the ones that sell better. So I don't mind if my luck was backloaded or something. Chill duration. We have fire rest. This one is really high. Unfortunately, it's strength. We'll take it. If you use a coal on this one right now, you'll get coal rest. But why would we all want to do that to ourselves? The only exception if you roll a T8 everything, and this one was like a T1 chill duration, you could Omen of Whittling it later on, but it's still a lot of investment to do. This fire resistance, I would invest. I would invest in this one. This is a decent one to pull. Let me get a greater essence of ice out. This one is actually quite solid. Hopefully we can get a max roll, because it's a T6, T8. There's nothing better than I can start with in this one. Let's do. Come on, give me a cold rest, 40 and above. Okay, at least we got cold rest, and it's a T5. It's unfortunately a bit low, but let's keep going. Max mana. Life regen, low roll. Yeah, but let's open. I think this one is okay. It's not the worst. It's probably not going to fetch me big bucks, but it's definitely not the worst either. Yeah, this one's dead. This looks absolutely disgusting. What else can you roll? Ignite chance, chill chance. I don't know, man. yeah, these two boots look absolutely disgusting. It looks like me when I wake up in the morning. Frick. Okay, let's keep going. We have 3 boots at least now, and they are all strength boots. Okay, this is strength INT. Now it's the juicers, the real juicers. This is of course my INT boots, which hopefully can sell a bit more, fetch a bit more coin, the feathered sandals. I don't have too many of them. It's very, very difficult to come by. People buy them up real quick. So the fact that I can get so many of these, I am very surprised in myself already. And if you're finding value in this video, of course, do give me a like, comment, and subscribe. It's not cheap burning all these stuff. It's very, very expensive. And hopefully this is educational to you guys as well. Let's keep checking. Maybe I should just like check them all. And yeah, those that are already less than 30, I won't even bother opening. So we have 2. Sadly, not worth too much. People don't really like attributes on the subs for INT boots. I realize the ones that are worth more are the rest. So that is for those of you who are wondering as well. This one is a T6 with a T8 stun threshold. Maybe we can like annulment it or something. Let's see what it rolls. Low roll life. Don't really want life and energy shield together because you much rather multipliers on the energy shield rather than like a flat life stat. So to me, that's already like kind of dead. This one is also like stun threshold hybrid, which means that if it still rolls really well, you might Omen of Whittling it later on. 43% lightning rest. This is actually not too bad. That it is a candidate for perhaps Omen of Whittling because of that T1 energy shield and stun threshold, which is very, very easy to snipe out. You can probably get it of it very quickly. And it rolled 1-5. Okay, so this is an example of hope. I think this one has a lot of potential, but we have to Omen of Whittling it. I will definitely do an Omen of Whittling video on the channel subsequently. What are nice to Omen of Whittling and what happens. This boot has hope. There will be a part 2 for this boot. Stay tuned on the channel if you're interested as well for this rep sandals, expert rep sandals for his round 2 of crafting. But this one has a lot of hope. This one has a lot of potential already. The question is, do I want to craft it with an Omen of Whittling, which costs like a couple of divine? Because this cold rest is still T5. Then again, it has very, very high roll mana, not max roll, correct me. I correct myself. Sorry guys, please. I'm in the middle of a video. That was a quick segue. But anyways, yeah, this one is quite good. With that T1, looks quite promising. Is it worth at least 7 divines? Let me know in the comments below. I think it has a bit of hope. Because it is a really, really nice rolled item. Okay, let's keep going. Now we are hybrid decks. Oh, what's that strength boot doing there? Sus. But yeah, we are now hybrid decks into some INT. Hopefully we can get something good here. With one like random strength boot as well. Come on. It does feel your gambling edition, you know, this crafting, quote unquote crafting that is being done. It is quite fun as well. Especially if you are like crafting in mega bulk like this. Crafting like 1 or 2 is like, it feels like a casino. But when you're crafting in bulk, you have the comfort of numbers behind you in a sense. Oh, just nice, I guess. Let's see. Anything good? Rarity is also not too bad if it rolls like high, but this one is a low roll. Everything is like a low roll. So I won't use like a greater essence. I'll just like check these. The fire is not bad. Stun threshold is T5. I'll have to check whether I can omen it off later on. It's on a level 65 boot, so the base stats are not that nice either. It's not a max roll, so I don't really care too much. It low rolled into INT, which I would argue is a more important stat than Dex. But still is nice. This one is okay. This one is hope. Max mana, rarity is still not too bad. This one looks disgusting. This looks gross. Oh, this one is okay. The rarity is T1, so maybe we can get rid of it if we roll perfectly. Lightning, mana, life, and that's it. So rarity is in the suffix, which means you can't get a 3-liner. But yeah, still not too bad. 64 life, 83 mana. This is okay. It's not going to be like your top tier, but it's already very, very useful. You probably can sell this for a decent amount of money. Not like 1 EX for sure. So this is already quite good. Are they all collectively worth 4-5 divines? I don't think so. But who knows? They might prove us wrong. It might be loaded at the end. Evasion. It's all low rolls. Even if I get a max roll in the last one, I don't really care. So I normally wouldn't check it, but for the sake of this video, we get a mid-roll, coal. Don't really like this one too much. 30% with rarity, mana. Unless it max rolls into everything else. 28 lightning. Life. Fire. Okay, this one's not as good, but maybe it can sell. Just maybe. Okay, let me continue dumping all these first. These are easy to dump. This one I'll keep. This one I'll dump. Dump. Okay, this one maybe keep. What's this again? Okay, this one is maybe keep. This one is at 20%. So that's dead. Okay, we keep this. Keep this. And we keep this. So these all have a bit of hope. So now let's check some of the boots. These are like purely decks. So this could be where I find my upgrade for myself. And one row of this, just to put it into perspective, this is like, if at current market prices where I bought it, it's like 10 Exalted, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So every time I do like one row of this, is half a divine. 2 rows of this is like 1 divine. Just the boot cost alone, excluding the Exalt, Greater Essence, and blah, blah, blah. It is quite expensive. So for those of you who are thinking what is the exact amount being spent here, hopefully that gives a sense of numbers. 30, 35. 15, 15, 30, 30, 30, 10, 35. We don't have too many 35s this time. I think we have like 2. Oops. This one is... Let's get rid of this. So 15, 15, 30. I'm just trying to move them so that it's like easier to coordinate. So the 35s are... Okay, so these 4 here. And I need another orb of augmentation. 1, 2. All the 35s are like getting, oh, this is decent. And a nice rarity here. Oh, it's always the T8s on the 30% move speed. Why? Why is it like that? Why can't it give me like a T6 and a T8? Sheesh. Okay, I won't even like Greater Essence this. Okay, attribute. When this rolls like poorly, it makes me a bit happier because it's like, it could have been perfect. So I'm glad that you wrote the attribute requirements, although I take the L for losing the money. But hey, makes me feel better about myself. Would you omen this? I mean, Greater Essence this. I feel there's decent hope. It's a nice roll into rarity. I could use it. I don't really need like the last line. It might be an upgrade for myself. So I could just Greater Fire it. I guess different people have different priorities. For me, I probably would check it, because it would already be an upgrade if it rolls like fire and hopefully chaos. So I'll take it. Fire, which is... Okay, it's a lot lower than my current one, but at least I might be able to like find the stats elsewhere. So I think it's still not too bad. The others I don't really want to check. These are like very, very low roll. Super, super low roll. Okay, I'll continue checking this one. Oh, life regen. No, it's dead. Because it can't get another rest line. But let's just open 2 more. It would have been really great if it rolled like chaos. This would already be like an upgrade for myself. So it was almost there. Almost, but not yet. Always the case, right? You're almost there all the time. But you never arrive. Life. But okay, let's keep going. Actually, but I keep these boots. Maybe I'll keep it. Because it is someone could use it. Someone could use it. The person is not me. Let's split this last set into half. And we are down to our last 2 sets here. Very, very exciting stuff. And I will give us like a nice summary of the stuff as well towards the end. Let's go. The hit rates are good. The 30% hit rates and above are actually quite nice. Anything else is like, these are like really, really low, but whatever. Oh. Okay. Not that great. So as you can see, like most of the costs, because the 8 divines that we factored in was actually all of these like Exalted included. But we actually get 2 to 3 divines back, and we didn't even use all the Greater Essences because none of them are worth it. So in reality, the cost actually lowers quite significantly. If I bring the spreadsheet up for you, right? If we look at the spreadsheet right now, I don't even think that I use like tons of these Exalted. So I put in 200. But realistically speaking, we didn't even finish like 1 set that I had in my inventory, which is like 100. So the cost actually goes down quite a lot. 7 divine minus off these 2. Let's say we only spend like what? Greater Essence of Ice, we spend 1. Greater Essence of Fire, we spend 2. Exile, we spend like 100. yeah, it brings it down to like 6 divine. So the cost is actually a lot lower than it was initially presented because we didn't have god tier gear. If we had a lot of things to check, then of course we'll be a lot happier. Is it a happy problem? Is it a sad problem? I guess it's a sad problem. It's an unfortunate situation. But we want to paint the proper picture, which is it's slightly cheaper than we expected. Okay. Oh, no space for the last boot. Then you go in here. Now, last set regals. All 82, right? Okay, this is the last one, and then we will do a quick summary of what happened. Let's do this. Come on. Give me a god tier boot. We still have hope. There is still a chance to get... Okay, now they're all dead. They're all 25. What the heck? What is this freaking RNG? But yeah, this is definitely going to be quite helpful for any of you who are thinking of doing something like this as well, making plans, because we can see that in about approximately 6 divines, we got a few boots that are worth keeping, which we might even like take away later on. So for example, I think the best one was the INT boot, which is I think worth a lot of money. I'm not exactly sure. I have to check the prices for sure. We can check it as well together. If or maybe we'll just do it on the Omen of Whittling session. I think that'll be more interesting. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boots plus 1 for about 6 divines. This one is I don't even think this is worth a divine right now in current market times. If it rolled high roll in Fire Rest, it opened Chaos, Cold Lightning, high roll, it might be worth something. But this one, not that much, but it's still okay. Very unfortunate. We have this one over here, is a Strength INT mix, which is not super desirable in the current market, but it does have Fire, Cold, and Strength. So it's usable stats, it's already usable. For some of you watching this video, these boots might already be better than your current ones if you are not super highly invested. But don't forget, I spent like 6 divine plus on these boots. Is it worth it or not? Let me know in the comments below as well. I want to hear your perspective on it too. 30% here, not the best. It has nicer rolls than these other 2 guys. Fire, Lightning, Rarity, decent life, decent mana on a Dex INT hybrid with unfortunately 30% move speed. Imagine if they have an item to help you increase the tier of 1 line. That'll be like freaking expensive, right? But I think it'll be great for boots. 35% move speed, evasion, mana, fire, cold. This is not too bad. It's okay. It's the stun threshold that really ruins everything. The low rolls also, yeah, everything's ruined for this boot. But it's still not bad. It has fire and cold, which is something which might fetch maybe 30 exalted, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out of the top of my head right now. Cold Lightning 27. So it like mid roll or low roll? Yeah, like middle low roll in my opinion. Tier 5. Rarity, very, very low roll. You have max life, mana, which is okay as well, but not the best, because for me, I won't really use that mana stat. I much rather like evasion or something. So that would have been nicer. And this one here, we have some fire, some cold, some lightning, very, very low rolls, gives us nice amounts of armor on a level 65 boot. So it's okay, but it's also not the best. If this one won't fetch, like, probably I won't think it fetches a divine. Just like thinking off the top of my head, why pay a divine for this? Probably not. And we have this one here, which is quite nice. This one, the only problem with this one is really that life regen per second, which might be a candidate for Omen of Whittling. The mana is also not very, very useful in my opinion. I don't know. I don't play strength here, or strength classes in general, but I don't think the mana is going to be very useful. The armor and the regen is also not going to be very useful, which means the only thing that this thing has going for it is the movement speed and the max roll fire rest. That's about it. And last but not least is this guy over here. I think this guy is probably our biggest takeaway so far. The INT stat is nice. The cold lightning is really, really nice. It's a max roll lightning, cold rest not that high. But the thing about this is I can omen away the energy shield and stun threshold sometime later on. It's a 7 divine, and I'm not too sure whether people will pay 7 divine right now for an INT lightning and cold hybrid. That is the biggest thing. If I see like if people will pay like 30 divines for it, then probably I will do it. But risk reward, if it's only like a 5 divine item, there's no need to take the risk of Omen of Whittling it, and then it comes out to also like a 4 divine, 5 divine item. So that is my thoughts, my perspective. And of course, if you guys found this video helpful, do like, comment, and subscribe for more such future content. Check out the other videos we have on the channel, especially the one where we talk about the Gambler for bows, wands, whatever you're looking for. See you guys in the next one.